And a look in your national news tonight, a Chicago mother vows to get justice for her murdered daughter.
You can see people on all corners here holding the candles. They've been here for about half an hour.
Sewer pipes used to be made out of cardboard, but newer ones are made out of PVC pipes because they're stronger and last longer.
Good morning, ladies. Yeah, I'm standing on Route D near Sedalia, where earlier the Pettis County Sheriff Department said it was pouring nonstop. I'm standing in front of Harpo's Bar and Grill downtown, where later today they'll be honoring Lieutenant Bruce Britt by collecting donations, all in a firefighter's boot.
Harrison's instructors were worried he wouldn't be able to pass the physical component, such as running up and down these corridors. So hiking up and down these stairs takes about 20 to 22 minutes to get to Cairo, a city in Randolph County. But with a new Area Vac Life team based in Moberly, that flight time is now just 5 minutes.
The Callaway County Health Department held its first meeting on how to sell and buy produce today. The goal is to let people know that they can sell their produce to retailers. Tomatoes, apples, peppers, you can grow them all in your backyard, and selling the locally grown produce to retailers has gotten easier.
They do not have to fill out a form. They don't have to take a test. The only time that Callaway County would require anything like a test is if they're preparing the food.
Some local farmers say they didn't know it was this simple. One hobby farmer says it's about knowing the food is safe to eat.
Selling produce, if we get a chance to know what we're buying, it'd be nice to know who those people are and that they are local and that they talked to the county health. We know that it came from a place that has been registered through them, so it's probably a safer food.
The Callaway County Health Department says more people are growing their own produce, but the unpredictable winter weather has put a halt to some. Fulton's Farmers Market president says the weather hasn't affected vendors, but it has affected harvest.
All of our spinach and lettuce died in the cold, and then last week in the wind we lost the cover off the high tunnel. Good agricultural practices is important, and you don't have to be certified.
The FDA does require all growers who earn more than $25,000 to be certified by passing a test and farm inspection. The health department says common misconceptions are that you cannot purchase from an individual if you are a retailer. However, be cautious because once produce is sliced or cut in any way, it is considered prepared food. To sell prepared food, you must have a food handler's card. They try to be the best part of someone's worst day, especially to those in rural areas miles away from a Level 1 trauma center. The new Area Vac Life team based in Moberly flew to someone's rescue for the first time in the middle of March.
We fly with a paramedic and with a registered nurse, both who have received lots of advanced training. So we're able to do some things in air that you aren't able to do on the ground.
Angela Emily is a flight nurse who's training Life Team's newest staff members. The air ambulance brought 15 jobs to Moberly, providing care to Randolph County and the surrounding mid-Missouri counties. Area Vac Life Team already has about a dozen bases in Missouri, including Sedalia, Troy, and Sullivan.
So this is the side that we would load the patient on. Obviously you can see that these doors open up much wider than the one across the way. When we're ready for a patient, we'd of course have our helmets moved, our jump bag moved, but then this is the litter cot that slides out. This is what we load the patient on and then load them back in.
There's approximately 30 air ambulances in Missouri. And in Columbia, Staff for Life, which is based at University Hospital, also serves mid-Missouri. Its regional manager says there's no need for another medical helicopter.
You can't fly more than 30 minutes without finding another air ambulance.
Currently, the flight time for Staff for Life in Columbia takes about 20 to 22 minutes to get to Cairo, a city in Randolph County. But with a new Area Vac Life team based in Moberly, that flight time is now just 5 minutes.
The interest of the patient is what's the big picture here. You don't want to send a helicopter that's 40 minutes away to pick up a patient unless that helicopter is better equipped, like Staff for Life is.
Staff for Life is the only air ambulance in Missouri with 2 units of O-negative blood and can lift a patient up to 500 pounds. The new program director of Moberly's Area Vac Life team says its new base will save more lives, especially those in rural areas.
I live in Paris, Missouri, and I call Paris kind of no man's land because it's too far from all the bases, even the Air Vac bases that are around it. They're like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Staff for Life is 25 minutes from Paris. With the base and air ambulance here at Moberly, now that flight time is 10 minutes.
Even with the new base still under construction, the medical helicopter is flying to the rescue when needed. Nicole Neidenberg, KOMU-8 News, Moberly.